Jókòó.
religion to promote ethnicity rather than promoting unity. We have used religion to sentimentally have our presidents, our governors, at the expense of the necessary merit and excellence which the people need to be able to survive the present ordeals of poverty and kleptocracy. So we know the right things, but we are just talking about them without addressing the real issues. So we want people that will be practical. For example, I said there was no God for 25 years. When I found my food, I now ask, what relevance is religion on earth? Is it just for entertainment? Is it for dancing? Is it for looking for witches that are not really existing? It's supposed to be to promote development. When I had the opportunity to get to Mecca, wow, this is what religion is supposed to promote. You can see every year there is always development. Mecca, Saudi, they tolerate people to criticize. When they criticize them, they jot it down and they work on it. The next year you get to the place, you have structures on ground and you have better ways of doing things. That is how Nigeria is supposed to promote to operate. We have a lot of universities now. We have a lot of schools. We have a lot of churches. They are of no relevance because we are not teaching the right thing and the right way. So it's a talk shop. When you know what to do, you profess it without necessarily implementing it. Look at the so-called international instruments. We domesticate. But there's nothing on ground. Everybody continues to suffer as before. So it's a talk shop and there must be a paradigm shift from them realm of rhetorics into that realm of practice. That is what we need.
Ó ti pẹ́ láti máa ń gbórúkọ bàbá orúkọ náà ò ní bàjẹ́. Gbogbo ìgbà ní lẹ́kítọ̀ wọn máa ń gbúdọ̀ lórí. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àpá àpàjọ pàdé Ìbàdàn. Wọ́n ní má mọ̀ pé mo máa àwọn tó jáwé èèyàn àwọn tó dá ìpè ní àwọn ọ̀dà púpọ̀ fámìlì. Ní Olúyọ̀lé.
This is certificate of authority.
Allah Akbar. Olúwa tóbi. Allah Akbar. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì lọ tó kọ́ mi náà nù. Ọlọ́run mi jẹ́. I'm so happy to be to associate with this organization. And I want to thank the shafaudeen in Islam and our father, Professor Olagoki, for this great initiative. And granting me fit to be given an award. One of our problems in Nigeria is religious intolerance. But I want to tell you that about Olagoki that can make peace whatever may be our religion. Do you know that by the grace of God, He made me the permanent chairman of plenary sessions of his seminar series? A Christian in Islamic programs. I want to say, Prof, this is great. The Lord has recognized this. Allah has recognized this, that you are really an element, an agent of peace and of religious tolerance. I want to say that I will continue to identify with the shafaudeen in Islam And I know by tomorrow morning, latest, many people will be calling me. I will show you as shafaudeen Islam. We saw you as shafaudeen. Yes. I am there by the very grace of God. And this movement will continue to grow from strength to strength, from power to power.
Amen.
The first primary school I attended was Natibi Muslim Primary School in Ibadan here. So I learned a little bit of Islamic religion there. And is there any family, especially in this part of our country, without both or without the three religious groups: Christianity, Islam, and the traditional religion? So please, just as God has exemplified, let us be our keepers.
Recognized by all. Thank you. These magazines, the two of them explain where myself yourself can contribute a lot to help government achieve in the areas of the wellness of the people. Division builders, African Rebirth magazine, àwọn méjèèjì yìí akéde ẹ̀kọ́sọ̀ ni your mother and your senior from one of our house.
Amen. 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 The presentation of certificate by our father Alhaji Engineer Sabi Dari Oladipo, Justice of the Peace.
This is a certificate of authority that you want even more than this. A good ambassador of your home and your darling standard.
Allahu Akbar, Takbir.
Division builders, African Rebirth magazine. Congratulations. Division Builders International, in collaboration with shafaudeen Islam worldwide, presents this award of excellence in national service and development to Professor A.P. Awuyemi to be speaker as well.
Allahu Akbar, Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Presentation of certificate.
This is a certificate of authority. Guidance and counseling is about discipline. Proverbs 14:11. Ibi tí ọba ti sí àwọn agbaníyànjú olùgbìmọ̀ márùn-ún wọ́n ní gbogbo ìwé máa ń fà lọ ìlú yẹn pọ̀ lórí rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yóò sì dé bàjẹ́.
Glory and glory. Mo ń fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Engineer Professor Aliyu Olagoke. You cannot but be identified with an apostle of peace and religious tolerance. When our former chairman, late Dr. Fakule, they are good friends, very good friends. He called me and said, I want you to be closer to Prof. I said, who am I not to be close to him? I will always be close to him. And since that time, 2011, I've been very close to our professor. Professor, God has been using you mightily, and God will continue to use you. You will live long to see more of this glorious thing, and by the grace of God, the mission will continue to grow. Thank you very much for this opportunity, for my friends. Baba, let me just briefly tell you right now that your son will be elected the vice chairman of Council and City of Oyo State next week by the grace of God. I'm wondering because he's coming in unopposed, and because he's closer to someone who has wisdom. We are tapping from his wisdom, and we are very sure that he's going to perform very well. Right now, I'm saying it right now before Papa, so that you understand what I'm talking about. To everybody here, I'm highly grateful for this honor. And for my wife calling me to this place, thank you very much. And for my friend from Abuja, and Salami, thank you very much. Papa, I will always be, always be very closer to you. Thank you very much. You know, as my friend has said the other time, we are civil servants, but we are going to support Alaji Engineer Sadutu Olagoki every now and then by the grace of God. Thank you very much. What we are going to give, we will tell my friend. Thank you very much.
Takbir.
Nation Builder International, in collaboration with Islam worldwide, present award of outstanding leadership in grassroots mobilization and development to Honorable Dr. Hamidu Tadese Rohi today, 29th January 2002.
With express permission of our daddy, we award you this certificate. It's an authority to the award given to you, and we are giving you this one.
Ní ọ́kà mi máa wá tí wọ́n wá bí ìlú ọgbọ́n mi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún ní ọ̀nà sí ní ayé kọmíṣánná ní kí n kí n dáadáa wọ́n ní kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ọlọ́wọ́ sàn ní ẹ̀sìn rẹ̀ assalamu alaikum.
4 things I called some spheres of life are interconnected, and they are the grand design of God. The first one is culture. Everybody is born into a culture, and the core value, which is the goal target of the culture, is to reform us into a state of integrity, self-esteem, integrity. Nígbà adáyé níta bá ní ọmọlúwàbí, wọ́n bọ ọmọlúwàbí ayé inú ilé ìjẹ́, wọ́n bọ ọmọlúwàbí àdúgbò ìjẹ́. That is number one. Then we have the formal setting of education. A ti receive education ní ilé tí a ti bí wa for native intelligence development. But when you now go to a formal school, ohun tó lọ gbà ń bẹ̀ náà ni pé bó ṣe di èèyàn tó fi jẹ́ pé ó lè máa tó nǹkan ṣe, and education without discipline is like tea without sugar. Eré àbíta tí ń mísẹ̀ òní o. Àwọn kan lọ iléèwé àbámọ́ sáni nígbà wọn kékeré bá a ṣe stubborn, ṣùgbọ́n torí pé wọn ò ní sí àwọn ẹlẹ́gbàá ìlú ń jẹ́ àná o. Láti dá ìtọ́ àfẹ́ ìtọ́ òbí fẹ́ ká dà tí society gan níìdì láti dà yìí nìsí. Wọ́n yẹ pé à ń sá kiri ọlọ́mọdé àyídàkudà. Discipline is highly important. That is Proverbs 25 verse 28. Ó ní ẹnikẹ́ni tí ó bá lè kóra rẹ̀ níjàánu, ó dàbí ìlú kan tí wọ́n mọ odi yíká rẹ̀ tó di wá wó, tó ní irú nǹkan burúkú wá ń wọnú ẹ̀ tó ń destroy gbogbo nǹkan tí a ti kó síbẹ̀. So we have to be very careful. We must not lose the focus of the goal of education in reforming us for us to be able to transform our environment. The third sphere is the religious sector. The religious sector, tó bá lọ Quran 2 verse 185, tó tún lọ 2 Timothy 3:16-17, ó rí gbogbo why ìtọ́lọ́ fi gbé ẹ̀sìn kalẹ̀. Yesterday I was treating generational causes and the way out with our youth here, and we discovered a lot of things that Baba Jesu Ajara ọmọlẹ́yìn kan òun náà ní state Nigeria as of now báyìí ẹ̀sẹ̀ tá a mọ tá a mọ̀ dí ó jẹ́ pé okun rẹ̀ pọ̀ olókàlùkù gbé kiri. But if you are able to go into a church or a mosque or ibikíbi tí wọ́n bá ti ń pe Ọlọ́run, tí wọ́n bá wà disciplined, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ teach scripture, no religion teaches evil. It is the people that are making mess of everything. So we have to correct ourselves. Torí gbogbo nǹkan ló ti lórí kodò yìí. For example, I had a news. Mama Kawa, wọ́n ní problem poverty. Ọmọ ẹ̀kan tí wọ́n á dàgbà, wọ́n á lọ lé babaláwo. Ẹ bá ń ṣe nǹkan kan fọ́mọ yìí tí ó fi dolówó. Babaláwo wá mú nǹkan tí ó mú mọ́, ó ní ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ yín lọ́wọ́ ìfilé dolówó. Wọ́n wá ní èwo lẹ́jẹ̀, ó ní àbúrò ọmọ yìí tọ́jọ́ 21 years. Màmá ló tún gbé lọ́fà àbúrò lẹ̀ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó lè là nísìn. Wọ́n kun àbúrò wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́ ń kún lọ́wọ́ lọ́káfó ló fi di ìkàtí gbogbo wa ń gbọ́ nípa ẹ̀. Ṣé nígbà tó jábá ń jẹjá sọ̀rọ̀ ìfò lábí òrùlé nígbà wo ni cannibalism ò ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí di nǹkan àrùn ẹ̀tìmí ò ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbajúmọ̀ láàrin àwùjọ yìí. So we have to be very very careful so that we don't lose the sight of the goal of education, the goal of culture, and the goal of religious sector. Àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta wà interconnected. Kò sẹ́ni tí ó sọ pé òun fẹ́ tolé tàbí tó fẹ́ ṣòṣèlú tí ò ní pass through àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yìí. If they fail to reform us, we are going out to muddle things up and destroy the system. Ìyẹn ni problem àwọn olóṣèlú is not their personal own making. It's because of education kò reform wọn, culture kò reform wọn, ẹ̀sìn tí wọ́n tún láwọn ń ṣe kò reform wọn. And we need thoroughbred people to be good in management, to be good in administration, and to be good in good governance. So these are the areas where kí ìjọba focus. That is summary of what I want to say. Ohun tá a fẹ́ sọ lónìí torí pé màá kankan part of this thing and I will leave. State of the nation. Saving Nigeria from becoming a failed state. Our collective challenges and responsibilities. Nigeria is not a knowledge economy. Hence our overdependence on foreign services and goods with high importation index. We equally live on debt to survive. This has led to the challenges of management, administration against various agitations that lead the polity into conflict. Against the backdrop of the expected functional democracy, a SWOT analysis of Nigeria political situation reveals that we are at the level of civil rule, which is at the lower rung of the ladder of democracy, adulterated with retired military personnel in the toga of civilian wears in control. Emerging conflicts can therefore be resolved through the 4 cardinal points of resolutions to the root of their sources for us to maintain and sustain the equilibrium of the dynamics of democracy. Democracy is about justice, equity, to have peace, sustainable development, and a secured and safe environment. For us to be able to manage it, we have the judiciary, we have the legislative arm, we have the executive arm. For us to have peace, sustainable development, and a safe and secure environment. Environment of divinity is desired for felicitation rather than secularity to justify the presence of the faith-based bodies around. Unfortunately, sacredness has been replaced with profanity. Let us not assess conflicts against the backdrop of the chemistry or equation of democracy to justify the non-functionality claim of our democracy with a view for urgent need to resolve this conflict through appropriate measures that must be strategic. Diversification of the economy to avoid the shortcomings or reliance of oil as the mainstay of our economy is yet to be feasible despite the abundance of resources. The fear now is on how to save Nigeria from becoming a failed state in which, well, if Nigeria becomes a failed state, 4 things can happen to us. 1, sovereign government may lose control with manifest of weak economic system. Where political bodies' integration is to the level of improper functioning with no impact into poverty and insecurity. Government loses its legitimacy even when it is performing functions properly. When consequences of actions or inactions all down into citizens' docility in the face of tyranny and things are falling apart due to policy somersaults. All these things we are experiencing in Nigeria had been executively summarized in the book Things Fall Apart. The center can no more hold. Is the center holding again? Is the center controlling Nigeria again? Everybody is not doing what he likes. We take laws to our hand, and a lot of hazards, a lot of bad things are happening. How then do we arrange the seeming system collapse in the face of effective application of strategic conflict resolution? Our challenges, our collective responsibilities. So you will read from home, socio-economic and security challenges. Emaka Yenile. You will see, I'm now going to page 4. Please follow if you are following. Poor management of insecurity challenges. Àti wá wàhálà fúnra wa náà in the first place. Gbogbo nǹkan ti break down. So bóńkà ló ṣe máa safe. Òun náà ni gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sá káàkiri fún nísìnyí. So when you now look at the way the approaches we are giving insecurity, who are faulty, ẹ jẹ́ ká mú kankan wá ń bẹ̀. Despite the hardship and mass destruction of money and material resources, perpetrators are yet to be brought to book for deterrence. Instead of this, poor solutions and big bars of arguments on it has made Nigeria to become a mere toy shop. Ẹnu lásán là ń jà jánu bí ejò, òun náà lásán Nàìjíríà náà. Amnesty for repentant Boko Haram, an incarceration threat to freedom fighters like Nnamdi Kanu for Southeast and Sunday Igboho from Southwest make the scenario to be comical and contradictory. So this is not the way to solve the problem. So wrong take and we are treating matters on surface. United Arab Emirates presents list of terror sponsors. People expect relief through the deep process of the laws to take care of them. Unfortunately, to the surprise of all Nigerians, the federal government spokesman Femi Adesina said there was no need for the listing, but bringing them to justice because a government has more challenging issues to cope with than listing the sponsors. The question is, how many of the sponsors and principal actors in terrorism have been brought to justice? So sir, therefore, when I did go on a bottom, are we really serious about the whole thing? Noticeable therefore that it is a political bill that can stop terrorist acts of banditry, kidnapping, herdsmen killing of farmers, insurgents of Boko Haram, cutting away of innocent school children, ritual killing, armed robbery, and corruption, which are now made as business for human survival and enrichment. Is it not paradoxically queriable that Nigeria used religion and ethnic foundation to choose leaders into sensitive positions of note? Wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ pé Mùsùlùmí ni kò ṣe, tẹ́ẹ̀ ní Christian ni kò ṣe, èwo ló lo provisions of the Bible 22% of 10.3 trillion is 24% higher than the 2021 projection of 8.12 trillion. Expected revenue for oil-related sources 34%. From non-oil resources 65.1%. National Assembly 134 billion. Judiciary 110 billion. POSA, this is where I'm going now. Peruse through the analysis above and make your deductions. With the global dictation on oil prices and our non-functional refineries, at least for domestic services, how do we want this project to serve us well? So it's not possible. We'll be yet to record activities of the cartel and cabal on the issue of corruption. How do we ensure effective performance of the budget being proposed? With 7 to 26% allocation to education, far below the UNESCO recommendation of the minimum benchmark of 26%, coupled with the corruption-related practice in transaction, what should be the average Nigerians? What should the average Nigerian be expecting? So that is why we thank God that subsidy removal was not carried out. Otherwise, there would have been a fever. And when the case lari, kasa ń bọ̀, kasa bá kese. So when we are not doing things in favor of the people, tó dìbò, in favor of the people, tí democracy tó dìmá, then we must expect chaos and chaotic situation. This is àwa àti kàwé débi gbogbo àti mọ tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n the political will to do the right thing nípa àjẹbánu tó ń kálukú bá kiri òun náà ni wàhálà tí a kóra wá sí. Ìṣòro kò sọ́wọ́ ìṣòro kò sọ́rọ̀ ọwọ́ àwọn kéékèèké kan orí gbogbo ẹ̀ wà ní o tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wá ń jìyà. Because I always wonder, táwọn onímọ̀ ní certificate wọ́n ní certificate wọ́n wá ní empower ọmọ ìgbà 30,000 after 2 years wọ́n wá tún dú ọ̀fọ́kọ wàhálà. And which kind of governance is that? Which kind of economic formula is that? When you poorest of the poor, how do you identify them? Is it possible? Where are they living? And if you want to do it, only 5,000. And you look at 5,000, will you? And that's a very big part of 24 years. I'm at 4,000 per month. You got to find a good time. At the end of the budget only. At the end of the budget, so what I'm saying in essence now, it is better to work on the attitude towards due process and good governance, institutional discipline, and zero tolerance to corruption to save Nigeria from those diving into the precipice of failed states. The following equally refers COVID, PCR tests, àwọn ìwàhálà tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀, airport excursion lórí ọ̀rọ̀ COVID náà ni gbogbo náà ni àìsàn síbẹ̀. Savicom and NAPTU Vanguard newspaper ó nextday gbogbo àwọn wàhálà tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí Savicom and NAPTU. Àárín kankan ṣe gbogbo institutions that ti establish wọn, they are giving us nothing. Kò sí deterrence, kò sí kankan látòrí olórí títí dé torí cleaner wàhálà gbogbo ẹ̀ tìmùtìmù kẹ́mi dàánú gbogbo ẹ̀ ti dà. Zahara ní fasado ìdìbáyìí wà ní báhárì ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run nílọ láìsẹ́ òun náà ní lèkúlè nàbáhì mustaqarrin wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ fàtàlàmùn òun náà ní Matthew 5:18 ó ní ọ̀run lè jálulẹ̀ ilé ayé ló fàyà kékeré lọ́rọ̀ ọlọ́run kò nílọ láìsẹ́ kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ níbẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi implement tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ di part of the policy kí ló tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi kùrá sílẹ̀ kí ló tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi dùfá sílẹ̀ ó dùfá ọ̀tọ̀ àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé ọkọ̀ lọ sọ́nà kí ló tó ń kálukú fi ọ̀nà ẹlẹ̀ tí ń tọ̀gbẹ́. That is our problem. Àwọn area yìí òun náà ni agbọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ lórí torí pé it's infectious, it's highly infectious. Gbogbo àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ìyẹ̀wò ní ẹ̀sìn fẹ́ràn ara wọn láàrin ara wa tá a bá ṣọ́ra ń sìn ẹ̀ nígbà láti wọ́n dọ̀tá ara wọn. Àwọn tá a dẹ̀ ń lò láti máa perpetrate ìfù náà nìyí. Àwọn náà rẹ̀ dẹ̀ pé lọ́gàá ọ̀la irú orílẹ̀-èdè wa ló ṣe àdàràdà báyìí àfi ká mọ̀ ní tá à ń lọ. Nítorí náà save Nigeria from becoming a failed state. Ẹ mọ̀ ní gbogbo solution ẹ mọ̀ ní bẹ́ẹ̀. Page 17, search for good governance, the way out. Page 18, institutional discipline, indiscipline, organizational and professional ethics. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la fẹ́ control indiscipline. Àwọn lọ sọ́dọ̀ Maslow, lẹ́yìn náà àwọn àìsàn lórí Maslow to promote what I call economic hierarchy of attitudinal needs. Ìyẹn làwọn nǹkan tí a lọ sẹ́lẹ̀ lórí. Tẹ́lẹ̀ká, they are very direct. We can easily digest it and must be ready to follow the guidelines there. Láti lè wá tọ́ ọmọ ẹlòmíràn sọ́nà lórí gbogbo nǹkan ṣe yẹ kó rí. The factor of patriotism a gbọ́dọ̀ wá nígbàdà ńgbà ẹ̀dá ká ẹ̀mọ̀ máa rí gbogbo ẹ̀ńbọ̀. Energy issue on global developmental trends area yìí olówó jàmé ìṣẹ́mi púpọ̀ jù. Environmentalists and engineers must be very much concerned on the clean technology need by tasking government on our level of preparedness for alternative energy sources. Ẹnu lásán, I was in Ghana in 2006 lórí ọ̀rọ̀ energy náà ni gbogbo ayé pátápátá ìlà pàdé ní Legion Legon University. Olùdá aṣọ náà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè Kenya, Uganda gbogbo wọn ló ti lọ́nà àbáyọ. Nàìjíríà yìí àkànṣe lọ́sẹ̀ sọ ni maybe because àjẹkẹ́pọ̀ ọmọ tọ̀wájẹ. Nigeria is not ready for post-petroleum economy like many African nations in catching up with the rest of the world on the need to embrace the renewable energy resources of global movement towards clean technology in preference to the present dirty technology of heavy environmental pollution. This is your field, my oga from the environment. Many nations, including Uganda, are making comprehensive plans to transit from fossil fuel to renewable energy sources and cleaner technology by the year 2030, based on Paris Agreement of 2015, page 2020. Remember, literature shows that developed nations are working rigorously to end production of petrol, diesel cars, to fully embrace renewable energy by the year 2025. But Nigeria is still committed to seeking investment for oil prospecting. Developed countries are frantically scheming to replace petrol diesel cars by emerging electric cars. This will imply that obsolete energy system, petrol engines and vehicles inclusive, shall be shipped as cheap commodities to Africa or the third world generally as dumping ground for disused energy systems. The ripple effect will be high risk of serious impact on the environment, health and general well-being of the Africans, Nigeria in particular. The environmentalists and Nigerian set of engineers need to note the impending crisis on the climate change and effect of government on the need to invest heavily on renewable energy sources, including solar energy to power the various systems. Furthermore, the engineering family need to extend to the artisans in various fields of proficiency need, as well as getting them set to the impending system changes in preparation for the emerging new technology, since our economy is artisan driven. A stitch in time saves nine. Let government effect policies for renewable energy sources and clean technology without aggression for revolutionary changes. Ọlọ́run ọjà wà lẹ́yìn lórí àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè kéékèèké tẹ́ ń fojú rò gbogbo wọn ló ti gòkè àgbà báyìí tí ó máa yí lọ́wọ́ relatively. So ìgbòlá wa fẹ́ wà ìgbòlá fẹ́ post bala fẹ́ tààrọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wa sí lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la. Pyramid of political managers in Nigeria, we can now see why we are failing in everything we are doing in Nigeria. Tẹ́ ẹ bá gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú apátápátá tó wà nínú politics bàbá tí ń ṣèjọba. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ń wo area of politics, a sọ pé political scientists àwọn ní base àwọn ní ẹ̀kọ́ dominate ẹ̀ but classroom lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wà. This is the major problem now, which means most of our politicians in government are political artisans. And that is why you cannot have artisans are unskilled. So there is no way they will be able to get it. They can never break even. We have to be very careful. So we have to recognize this. So after this, PESA now, which I have, considering the pyramid of political managers, the pyramid is here. Kọ́ ẹ̀ka ìṣe projection ni màá ráyè show rẹ̀ àtó ti wà lọ́wọ́ kálukú. That's page 20 and now page 21. Considering the pyramid of political managers in Nigeria, how far have we fared for worthwhile results? Rate for every quality demand in the ranking order of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to page 20. In the pyramid of the professionals, the baseline is artisanship, non-skilled, followed by craftsmanship, skilled, technicians follow, technologists, technocrats, corporate membership, fellow status, so consultancy cadres, research fellow mentorship class, elder statesman of total personality. Àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí they are very very important. Otherwise we end up bá àti ẹ̀tì wọnú ẹ̀ náà quickly managing where professionals are supposed to really handle affairs. That is our problem in Nigeria now. Mainly because of nepotism. Ọmọ mi ni ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀. Kìnìún kan wọ́n èrò kí ń dàgbà bẹ́yìn náà. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ní dàgbàsókè gidi, you must promote merit and excellence. Dignity of labour, hard work. Àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ máa promote òun nìyẹn. Àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí náà ni a máa fọ́n lórí rẹ̀. Wọ́n lọ jí káwọn tó gbọ́n ní ọgbọ́n. Class 1 your final rating of political leadership, behaviour and performance. So gbogbo àwọn nǹkan pèsè sí la fẹ́ kẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. Finally now the rescue. About to end the lecture. I have to thank all of you for having listening ears. I pray that God will give all of us the wherewithal, the strength, and the boldness and courage needed to be able to articulate all these submissions that can make Nigeria great again. The rescue. The chemistry of democracy, which we have accepted as our governance philosophy to run the affairs of the nation, must be studied to comprehension level by all in general and politicians in particular, to be able to work accordingly within the ambit of its definition, process and goals. Weak centers and strong federating units is the operating mechanism of federation as practiced during the parliamentary system of 1960 to 1966, before the military incursion into governance in Nigeria. Alteration of any component of justice or equity into passivity will not only destroy democracy, but make the environment unsafe and insecure, to lose the goal of serving people and promoting peace and sustainable development. For Nigeria to be in shape with democracy, peace and development, the lost glory of patriotism, peace and unity must be worked on for all to have sense of belonging. Gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ pé àwọn akiri gbogbo ẹ̀ láti lérí tẹ́lẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti wà. Product of all this peaceful environment la wá tá a wà yìí. Kì í ṣe báwo òbí wa lówó mà they were not worshiping wealth, they were worshiping ideas, they were worshiping excellence, golden fleece. Ohun tí ń ṣe ń gbà ní ẹ̀ but today you are worshiping money. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ náà discourage òlélẹ́yìn. Kò sóúnjẹ téèyàn jẹ tí ìtàn àti pé lámì ìtàn kan wọ́n ní ìwé ẹṣin. So you have to be careful. For Nigeria to be in shape with democracy, peace and development, this love glory of patriotism, peace and unity, but the one done for all to have sense of belonging. Sponsors of insurgents, of violence and perpetrators need to be brought to book as deterrents before we can know peace in Nigeria. While government must stop toying with the lives of the people by promoting poverty-stricken souls into the top economic class with living minimum wages. I need removing minimum wages. Here are important too. Promotion of education that will address the needs of society is essential. So if I'm talking about Mansa Musa today in Nigeria, I'm wasting my time. Ó sọ fún yín wípé nígbà tí Kwame also that Singaporean symbol of development. Ó wá Nigeria 1966. Ó bá Tafawa Balewa sọ̀rọ̀. Ó wá study economic formula wa. Pé bóyá wọ́n lè bọ́ọ̀lù rẹ̀ 1965 làwọn gbòmìnira tiwọn. But on getting back a week after wọ́n pa Tafawa Balewa, he decided within himself that I don't need your idea in Nigeria where you are killing your leaders. Is this what I will be doing here when I get back? Ó lọ sí Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah ò tí ì lọ́gbà náà. So gbàwó débẹ̀ wọ́n gbé lọ sí Lagos University. Wọ́n á discover wípé ẹni tó yẹ VC theology ló ní nínú certificate yẹn. Ó ní economic promotion wo ló wà ní theology. I will never follow Ghana. They don't know what they are doing. So you have to be critical. You must know what you want. We are not saying some things are not relevant, but don't put square peg in the round hole. This is what we are saying. So we have to be objective. We must know what we want. I want to work towards what we want. Ìyẹn nìkan lọ́nà àbáyọ. Àti láwọn ọlọ́pọlọ pípé tó pọ̀. Àti ní gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀rọ olóńgbò àwọn kan àdìmọ́mì. Ṣùgbọ́n àìmọ́jọ́gbà kẹrẹ àwọn adalákàn tí ń fọ pọtẹ́lì kankan òfin ẹ̀sìn ibẹ̀ èyí mọ̀ nílé o. Táwọn ọ̀dọ́ ìlú ń jẹ ìgbélógún tó lè fi ń pariwo yìí o kò sí oúnjẹ tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ náà o. Àìjọ́yọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a bá fẹ́ parí ìdánilókù ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ nìkan lókù sí ìbàlẹ̀ ọ̀kan ò lè balẹ̀ àyàfi kí ìròyìn ọwájú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ìkọ́wà guaranteed. Ìyẹn ló ń jẹ́ pé we must continue to struggle in this area. Promotion of education that will address the needs of society is essential. While functional education that will enhance graduates to the job creators is what we decide through appropriate funding of 26% of national budget annually as minimum benchmark. Government must feel the pulse of the nation. The pulse, P-U-R, is a P-U-R. That is, báwa tí sàṣẹ máa ń ṣe rẹ̀ lọ́bìnrin. Pulse, P-U-L-S-E, is not pulse. Kì í sáàpọ̀ the pulse of the nation. Bó ṣe ń ṣe wá must be able to feel it for necessary adjustment to its governance style and must be technically strategic in ensuring that desired results are achieved. For Nigeria not to become a failed state, the search for patriotism, peace, unity, good governance and sustainable development must be given credence. Why the need to respect people's fundamental human rights for the promotion of national values like integrity, ethics, and pious life for exemplary lifestyles must be revolutionized. Above all, national consciousness to live by the national anthem and the pledge must be promoted through role modeling strategic approaches. The struggle to enhance our social and economic values and promote peace for security is our collective responsibility. We must not allow further value erosion, system degradation, and activity degeneration. Let us be more serious and practical in scripture compliance of our chosen religion to allow for divine intervention in our affairs in Nigeria for the restoration of peace, regulation and control of our security networks, for ensured peaceful coexistence and sustainable development for people's homes, a prosperous land with high exporting index and high urban development index. You know why ọlọ́fẹ́ bí Ọbàtálá wọ́n mú ti ń pè mímọ́ nínú ẹ̀. So I think protocol ohun tẹ́tẹ́ láti kó ìsìláàmù láti kó èlò wọ́n sàmì ọ̀rọ̀ lójúmọ́. Ó tún ní ìjọba bẹ́ẹ̀ kí o ọ̀gbọ̀dọ̀ jẹ́ ní tí ń pè òbú ọ̀gbọ̀dọ̀ jẹ́ tí ń ṣépè ọ̀gbọ̀dọ̀ jẹ́ ń sọ kí ní gbàǹgbà. Nínú ìṣọ̀lá bàbá ní wọ́n ní fàṣà ìwà lóńkà. Àbúrò ẹ̀kọ́ ni
الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
ọmọ owó ìgbà tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ló ń jọ̀wọ́ àlọ́run
ọlọ́dún ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run àwọn là ń ṣe ara ẹlẹ́dàá ti pa gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó fi lè rọ̀ mí lọ́rùn tó fi lè rọ̀ ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọdọ́mọ tí wọ́n ní náà sí sọ́fà under generational causes gbogbo ẹlẹ́dàá ti ṣe síbẹ̀ torí náà ẹ jẹ́ kí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn èyí ìjẹ́pọ̀ ọ̀tún fún kálukú wa remember the album and parts of movement at hand. Good governance through the process is an antidote to system failure. Good governance through the process is an antidote to system failure. Dignity of labor, competence, good work attitude, timely response in attending to issues, transparency, accountability, trust, deterrence, based on effective skill on justice and respect for equity concepts are the trust of governance to avoid driving Nigeria towards a failed state. 116, 112 to 114 in the Catholic year.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وضرب الله مثلا قرية كانت آمنة مطمئنة يأتيها رزقها رغدا من كل مكان فكفرت بأنعم الله فأذاقها الله لباس الجوع والخوف بما كانوا يصنعون ولقد جاءهم رسول منهم فكذبوه فأخذهم العذاب وهم يشكروا نعمة الله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون صدق الله العظيم. Ọlọ́run ṣe àpèjúwe ìlú kan tó jẹ́ ìlú tí kò ní ewu tó sì ní ìfàyàbalẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ jíjẹ rẹ̀ sì wá bá a nídìí gbẹ̀fẹ̀ láti gbogbo àyè síbẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe àìmoore sí ìkẹ́ Ọlọ́run nígbà náà Ọlọ́run fún tọ́wọ́ ìbóra ebi àti ìbẹ̀rù nítorí ohun tí wọ́n ń ṣe níṣẹ́ àti pé dájúdájú òjíṣẹ́ kan ti wá bá wọn nínú wọn wọ́n sì pè é ní òpùrọ́ nítorí náà ìyà sì mú wọn nígbà tí gbogbo wọn jẹ́ alábòsí nítorí náà kí ẹ máa jẹ nínú ohun tí Ọlọ́run pa léṣe fún yín ní ti ẹ̀tọ́ tí ó sì dára kí ẹ sì máa dúpẹ́ oore Ọlọ́run tí ó bá ṣe pé òun ẹ̀yin ń sìn. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú lágbára Ọlọ́run. Aṣọ ti bí kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ kò máa ní dàrú. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú lágbára ní ẹ̀yọ́ olúwàlúmọ̀ àwọn márùn-ún tá a bá ka aráàfin alhamdulillah ẹ̀ẹ́dì pé márùn-ún náà ní mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ sọ́dún ní ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. tó bá yẹ bá wọn yìí ẹ dé lò ó. wọ́n náà fẹ́ wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí wọ́n lọ wọ́n yí ko ọdẹ ọdún wa tó padà wọ́n fi hàn pé inú àwọn ní orí ilé náà àwọn ṣe lónìí. wọ́n yà bá ti fún ọlọ́run wọ́n ní kọ́ba ní fún ọlọ́run. wọ́n náà olúwa rẹ̀ o àti olúwa rẹ̀ ó nà ó káwọn ọmọ alásàlá tó yí o. Prọfẹ̀sọ̀ Sábìtù Báṣúrì ìrìnlẹ̀ àdàbí wàtàwọ̀láwù bí wọ́n mẹ́rù sílẹ̀ báyẹ̀ ní sábàbẹ́ wàtàwọ̀láwù bí ojú ilẹ̀ báyẹ̀ ní sábàbẹ́. Saliyan saja'ati Baliyan basalati Wani khitaba. Wọ́n ní tí ó dá mi náà gbókè. Wọ́n ní ẹnìkan ṣoṣo ní. Òfin ti fi ní abúlé ti ti sọ́jọ́ Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n làwọn ẹ̀ ń bá lọ́rọ́. Wọ́n ní ẹbí ọlọ́run nínú ọlẹ́ báyìí lẹ́kùn àgbàkà náà kọ́ lọ kọ̀ sí. Méjì ẹ̀rọ ọ̀lẹ̀ ọlá Muhammad ọlá aláhàwùlà wọlé àkókòtà ńlá 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 rẹ̀. Bàbá wa níta náyà àwọn ni wọ́n bá sáré níbi owó àdúrà bẹ̀rẹ̀. Níbi owó àdúrà bàbá wa sáré kì í torí àwọn ẹ̀yìn tí wọ́n lápò sí. Bàbá wa níta náyà wọ́n ní wọ́n sàmú tó wọ́n wá sọ àdúrà bàbá tó wá dé. Àwọn ti sẹ́mu bàbá dẹ́kọ̀ wọ́n làwọn sọ bàbá sáré. Wọ́n ní bàbá dẹ́kọ̀ bàbá wa ìmú àgbà lọ́la tó pẹ́lẹ́ lọ́rọ́. Wọ́n ní táwọn máa lọ bí wà nínú àwòrán láàyè báyìí. Omi wọ́n láwọn sọ máa ń lọ́wọ́ mẹ́mẹ́ lóde. Ìgbé ìbòrí kìí ṣe ìbòrò. Wọ́n lẹ́nu bí wàá sọ ní ìbòrò pápákọ̀ wá ìbòrí ni o ìbòrí ni. Wọ́n láṣẹ ìmọ̀ sọ́kò ní ìgbé ẹ fi ìbòrò yín ìbòrí yín ẹ fi borí ni o kìí ṣe ìbòrò. Ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí ní àárín ẹni tí ó tiẹ̀ sí rílẹ̀ láàrin tí ó wà ní wa kò sí. wọ́n ní tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá wa Rasulu Sàbá ló fi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ẹgbẹ́ wọn ló ń gbé àgbà ìbátan. wọ́n ní ẹni tó lọ sí bùn lọ́nà aláwọ̀ ní ìgbà kó ẹni tí ń tọrọ ọmọ aláyè yìí tí ń tọrọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mí. aláwọ̀ wọ́n ní ẹwà fọlá àgbàkà àwọn ẹgbẹ́ sọ àdúrà lónìí. ìwọ náà máa ń fi tọrọ ìwọ náà ń kó fún ẹ̀mí náà lọ́mọ àgbàkà lábẹ́gà ọlọ́mọ ẹni fún ọmọ wọ́n lè wọ́n náà máa dà ní ẹ̀bẹ̀. èyí tó lọ sí fún ọ wọ́n ṣe wọ́n ní pàǹdà wọn wọ́n ṣe wọ́n pàǹdà wọn wọ́n ṣe wọ́n pàǹdà wọn. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
بسم الله
رب العالمين.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين
إياك
نعبد
وإياك نستعين
إياك نستعين
صراط المستقيم
صراط المستقيم
صراط الذين
صراط الذين
أنعمت عليهم
أنعمت عليهم
غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أنزل إليك
وما أنزل من قبلك
وما أنزل من قبلك وبآيات يوقنون
أولئك
أولئك
على هدى من ربهم
على هدى من ربهم
وأولئك لهم
Amen.